I don't think you understand. You have been chosen, Samantha. This is a great honor for you. For all of us.
What is up, guys? It's Cartman here, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm the WrestleGamer, Double B Billy Bruger. I've got a cavalcade of characters to introduce you to. First off, he is the host of Hardcore Wrestling Radio, which can be heard exclusively on Spreaker.com/HWR Media and YouTube.com/HWR Show. He is the luminous one, the shining star, Rick Star. Rick, how you shining?
I'm doing pretty good, Billy. Thanks for having me.
Amped up after seeing Vicky Guerrero nude, he is our son of a bitch known as Andy. Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
From YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, he is our resident music mogul. He is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Fresh off a breakup with a girl and now still for some reason totally obsessed with her, he is a master of rockin' waves 11294, Chris Rogers. Chris, how you doing?
The only reason for that is because basically now she's giving me hours worth of comedy material to go with. That's all I'm saying.
And so are you.
Thanks for having me.
We also have two Instagib game show gurus. First off, James from the Big Easy is here. James, how you doing?
Quack, quack, James, wake up.
Oh, apparently James is busy being choked out by a homeless guy right now for money on his private new show on Vaughn Live. We also have, of course, here the dulcet tones of the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Will, how you doing?
After just learning a lot about how Andy rants, I know this is gonna be one funny show. Oh damn!
Bam!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, or depending on when you hear this, tonight on Monday Night Raw, the Wyatt family, in the form of Bray Wyatt and the two big bearded guys, I don't even know what their names are. They never even really disclose that information. They're just known as...
Grizzly and Paul Bunyan.
No,
Dipstick
that
and thick
is
cunt.
Billy. Their names is Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
And they're known as the Wyatt family. Will be making their debut on Monday Night Raw. And I gotta ask you first off, Rick, after seeing the series of vignettes over the past several weeks from the Wyatt family, what kind of impact do you think they will make on WWE, if at all?
It's gonna be really hard to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've watched some of the vignettes. They were somewhat interesting. The music's okay, but they haven't really grabbed me. I'm gonna have to wait to see what they're gonna do. I did watch Wyatt's last match in NXT, and it looks like he's upped his game since he was Husky Harris from the NXT. So time will tell. That's all I can say.
Now, Andy, I know you've been taking some looks into the Wyatt family as you were getting prepared for this discussion, and as you were making mention of earlier, you had quite a few complaints about the appearance and the look of the Wyatt family. Would you like to tell us about these complaints for everybody to hear?
I don't know where to start. I just think they look old at. They look like a bunch of washed out has-beens. I don't really know why they need them to come into the WWE, and as their name suggests, why? That's all I can say. I mean, I just really don't know what to say. I don't know what to say in their defence. We've had a discussion off air, and now we're on air again, and I really don't know what to say apart from why. What's going on with the WWE? And if people think these are still going to be in the WWE in 12 months' time, please leave me your details at the bottom where it says add, rate or subscribe, and I will add, rate and subscribe to every single person that puts a comment in Billy's room if I'm wrong. How's that?
James,
Damn.
how important is it for the Wyatt family to actually have a successful debut on Monday Night Raw? I mean, how important is it to that gimmick that they have a strong opening to the WWE universe?
Well, well, that's interesting question about that. It's really you have to be put over by not just like the people you compete against, but like if they compete. If not, then you have to just get over to with the fans, and just it's gonna be the fans that you know ultimately decide your fate. If like they cheer, they boo, or they just do nothing.
But this is something that we seem to be overlooking. Sorry to chip in, but I've just had another thought. Cha-ching. Why are they making this big deal about the Wyatt family are coming to the WWE? Who the hell are the Wyatt family? Are we supposed to know who they are? They're just a group who are coming into the WWE. They're not really a proper family. It's not like they're talking about the Von Erichs. They haven't got a past record, but they're talking to us as though the Wyatt family are coming to the WWE. Yeah, and who are they?
I think
How many times have you walked?
Wait, hold on.
How many times have you walked into your local bar and you bump into somebody and you knock their drink out of their hand and they turn around and say, "Do you know who I am?" You say, "Why should I?" That's the same with the Wyatts. Who are they?
I have to agree with Andy. It's like if you haven't watched NXT, which a lot of us don't really, unless you have the Hulu stuff. Really, only the international people and maybe the people in Florida would know who are the Wyatt family. Us as WWE fans that just watch like Raw, SmackDown, don't watch NXT, we don't know who the Wyatt family is, and I have to agree, really.
In my honest opinion, I think that this is going to be like Brodus Clay. They're basically bringing in the Wyatt family just to become Brodus Clay's new tag team partner. I basically becoming jobbers. They're going to have like maybe at the most 2 months of a run. And then, boom, they're going to be lower card status. They're going to become basically like the Hart Dynasty. And you know how that turned out.
Yes, but
so,
here's why I got to disagree about. And the fact of the matter is, Hart Dynasty, yes, was a good tag team, but what was their really true gimmick? That wasn't really a gimmick given to the Hart Dynasty. I mean, the only thing that they could associate with them is the fact that they were trained in the Hart Dungeon. Was there a real angle with the Hart Dynasty? Was there a real story to them? A real true background to the Hart Dynasty gimmick? Other than the fact that they were trained in the Hart family dungeon, and the fact that he had
tell me if there's any of that. Tell me if there's any of that in the Wyatt family.
Yeah, you've just answered your own question there, Billy, because we all know the Hart Dungeon, so it doesn't really need a story. We all know the story. So you've just said they came with the thing that
but
the Hart Dungeon.
What was beyond that? Yeah, but what was beyond the Hart Dungeon? Did they go beyond that? Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Stuart. He'd got a good reputation in wrestling.
But there you go, Andy. They were running on their coattails.
Yeah, and you can't.
That isn't that how second or third rate generation wrestlers do?
It's not how Randy Orton did it.
Yeah,
no.
I'm the first one to admit Randy Orton is far better than his father could ever be, but I still say that the reason why he got in the WWE, or the reason why the WWE looked at him, because of who his dad was.
Yeah, but you know what though? But there are wrestlers who wrestle and follow you know what I mean? Look at the Hart Dynasty. You're gonna sit there and tell me that they didn't come in and just do their own thing? No, they did the Hart Foundation thing. They tried to capture the Hart Foundation, and it doesn't work.
Surely, though, we all know the story of why the Harts came in. When Vince's father bought the territory that Stu Hart was running, that was part of the deal. My son's become part of the package. You give my sons 12 months' work. That was the deal. That's been on every Hart DVD and every Hart movie, written from day one.
But did you know that at the time?
No, but that's why they came in. So
who cares? Who cares how they came in?
Yeah, but they started off we knew who they were. Everyone knew the Hart. When Stu Hart was wrestling, he used to talk about he's trained in the dungeon, so people knew what the dungeon was, even though
I
we'd
did.
never seen it then.
I didn't know what the dungeon was. I didn't know what the dungeon was until he got really until he started hitting like the world title and shit, and that's when he really started barking off about it.
But look, like
But
people like Chris Benoit, who we've all said that we
Yeah,
like,
because by then
have
the,
all
the Hart
come
Foundation
with
was
this
famous.
thing. I fought in the Hart dungeon. It's something to be proud of and saying where your roots have come from.
Yeah,
I
because
was
by
taught
then
by Stuart in the Hart dungeon. And
because
this, that,
Hart
and the
family
other.
were already established.
Yeah, but
The
you
Red
can
Hot-
only go so far when you say that. I mean, yeah, you can't expect to ride the fact that you were trained in the Hart family dungeon, but 25 years into your career. You can't really do that. It only has is on saying that you only have saying that you were trained. I'm trying to come up with the words to say it, but saying that you were trained in the Hart family dungeon kind of has a shelf life, and when you exceed that shelf life, it really doesn't matter and it doesn't work. And that's what made the Hart dynasty, in my opinion, kind of fail. There's only a certain period, where you can go, we were trained in the Hart family dungeon. We were the last people to be trained. And you know what? That's all good. That's awesome.
And basically,
But you can't go 5 down.
that's how the Wyatt
No,
family is going to
no,
go.
I disagree. I disagree.
The Hart.
They
The thing
don't
is, the
have a
Harts
gimmick
were
though.
a
Have you
family.
paid attention to the vignettes? Have you paid attention to everything that they've done? Have you looked at their past work in
Yes, and it's
FCW
a
and
polish.
NXT? I
It is
disagree.
a
I don't.
rework.
No, it
It is
not.
they are taking basically
Go.
Chris Jericho is in basically they've taken Chris Jericho's vignettes. They're done in the same style.
No,
They're
they're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
They're not black.
Okay.
from what I see, they are,
They're not.
and from the polished shit that I've seen, they are. And basically, they are trying to make a gimmick around Wyatt family, making him sound like a fucking hillbilly. I'm sorry, but I mean,
They aren't even a family. I mean, they're all.
yeah, they're not
If
a family.
The Harts, at least the Harts were related,
Here-
whether they were brother-in-law, sister-in-law, grandma, or they were all related. But these guys have got no relation apart from they've just been
Let's-
pushed together
listen.
as a group of 3 people,
Yeah, but
and they're
listen.
pushing
Let's
it.
get Harris.
No,
Can Billy get a word in?
Billy.
Can-
No,
can
what
I-
Billy's trying to say, and Billy,
Here's something I'm trying to.
Billy, this is you can come out wrong here because what you're basically saying is the Harts came in and tried to say that we are the Harts, we are got from the Hart Foundation, we've got this, that, and the other.
That's what I'm saying.
The Harts when they came into wrestling, they'd probably been in 5 or 6 years before the Hart Dungeon ever even came as a work. They came in as a family. These are coming in as though we're supposed to know who these doofuses are, and we don't know nothing about them apart from the Husky Harris, where his name is, and 2 of his sidekicks. We don't know nothing. The Harts came in as a family of the Hart family, and as years went on, they started to talk about their background, the Hart Dungeon. So they didn't come in. We're the boys from the Hart Dungeon. We fought in this thing that you've never even heard of. Push it in your face. They did that when they got themselves established. These guys are not even established in NXT.
But listen. That's the Hart Foundation. I'm talking about the Hart Dynasty, the tag team of Tyson Kidd, D.H. Smith, and Natalia Neidhart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter. That's the tag team that I'm talking about.
They were just riding on their coattails like every other wrestler's done. They've come from the Hart Dungeon. That's. We knew that they'd all been trained in the Hart Dungeon, so that's what they were riding on, that coattail. We knew the history.
And
these guys, from what I can see and what I've just read, weren't even, can't really call them a tag team, but they weren't even a triple team in NXT. They were 3 separate wrestlers who now they've put together as a group. So even in NXT, they weren't even known as a threesome. And I don't mean that sexually. They've just now put them together as a group.
The
Bray
Wyatt and the Wyatt family gimmick, from what I have seen, is portrayed as a cult. gimmick. When you've heard these
God, just
stories,
me.
but
How do you know-
listen. Let me talk first. Andy, I let you say your piece. Let me say mine. Now, from what I have seen out of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family from the videos and the vignettes, not just the vignettes we've seen aired on the WWE, but from I've actually taken the time to look at some of the stuff that they've done in Florida Championship Wrestling and NXT, and everything that I have seen points to the Wyatt family being a cult-like gimmick with they're trying to put over Bray Wyatt, or Bray Wyatt's trying to put himself over as being I guess like a Jesus of some sort. Like he's the new era kind of Jesus, with his own views and his own topics and his own way of thinking. And that's what they're trying.
Recycling CM Punk's gimmick.
No, not at
No.
all.
Not at all.
Well,
Not at all.
no, wait, hold on.
Couple years ago,
Wait.
CM Punk
In a
acted
way,
like-
yes.
Down,
It
Chris.
is.
Sit down.
Hold on. Let me say something. It's very much like the Straight Edge Society, where he's the leader, but the views are significantly different.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's basically
ahead.
it's basically a Zeb Coulter like view is what it appears Bray
I
Wyatt.
wouldn't even go that far because Zeb Colt is like white supremacist.
I'd say Redneck Manson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more like that.
Luke,
This
Luke,
is- this
you're
is
not
what
looking
I-
at the big picture, guys.
Okay.
What are the family? What do the family consist of? Three members.
Yeah.
What exactly can they do with 3 members that have to work as 3 members? You don't have triple tag teams.
Well,
That
the same
WWE.
can be said. The same,
Do-
you know what? You're knocking on the Wyatt family for that. But the same could be said for the Shield. The same could be said
Precisely
for
what's
Dean.
happening to the Shield. They've split them up and they're falling apart. That's we
No,
can
they're-
all see that.
No, they have not.
No, they haven't split.
You're not telling me that the Shield have got the same weight now that they had when they came in. If you
If
are,
not-
if you're saying that to me now, you're very blinkered.
Then WWE then had no business putting the tag team titles on them and the United States title on Dean Ambrose.
Here.
But guess what? They did. They did. They put them on the Shield to strengthen both of those titles because
And they still come down as a group.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're
No.
talking about. I don't know what shows you're watching.
Here, hey, let me just say this. I have
What?
nothing but respect for Mike Rotunda as the IRS man, all right? But but in my views, this is his son's last chance, okay?
I agree there.
Yeah.
This is his 3rd gimmick.
No, it's
For
not. It's
Christ's
second.
sake.
Second.
Or
Second.
second?
Second.
Well, he's had so many ring names and he's been reintroduced as
You're-
fat ass allure that I can't fucking remember straight.
You're thinking
or
of the
freaking
fluke.
remember straight.
You're thinking of the fluke.
Okay.
And look what they're doing with him.
Yeah. Well, Bray Wyatt or whatever the hell he wants to be named this week.
That is it.
That
is it, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Well, whatever he wants to be named, I don't care. This is his. I don't even think he should get a 3rd chance if he blows this. Because basically, he can't. In my opinion, and you guys may jump on me for this, he can't wrestle worth a damn.
Well, let me put it to you like this. Comparing the Husky Harris character to Bray Wyatt from what I've seen, the Bray Wyatt character is a lot more entertaining. He's got very, very good mic skills. WWE never gave him a chance. Never gave him an opportunity to cut a very, very good promo on the mic. And what I have seen out of him on Florida Championship Wrestling and NXT, because I looked up a lot of his stuff from NXT. He even had a very, very, very good match with Chris Jericho on NXT. You guys need to look up Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. It is a damn good match. And I think when WWE saw that and saw how well he worked with Chris Jericho, I think that's probably one of the main reasons why they're bringing in Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family to WWE, to Raw, to SmackDown. It's because of one
Well,
of those few performances.
I
And I gotta say, hands down, I prefer the Bray Wyatt character, the Bray Wyatt gimmick, hands down, over Husky Harris.
let's hope he proves it tomorrow night on Raw, or last night on Raw, or tonight on Raw, or whenever people may be viewing this video. Let's hope he's proved it, because if he doesn't that first night, he's basically done. There, I mean, look at Brodus Clay, basically.
Yeah, that's
the only
Go ahead.
sorry, the only problem is there, and we've all said this. Same goes for Shawn Michaels. There's a few other people. We won't go there, but you just mentioned Chris Jericho. Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho could have an entertaining match with a mop. They are good at what they do when they carry people. So to say that this guy's had a fantastic match with Chris Jericho, I'm not a Chris Jericho mark by any way, shape or form. Chris Jericho has superb matches every match he's in, given the chance.
Yeah.
When he's not having to be an idiot for the WWE sake, but on his own credibility, if he gets in the ring and he has a match, he doesn't have a bad match. Chris Jericho does not know how to have a bad match. And Shawn Michaels is pretty much the same in his heyday. He doesn't know how to have a bad match. Somebody once said, I disagree with this comment, but I'm going to use the comment anyway. Ric Flair could have an entertaining match with a mop. Well, I'm sorry, but Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels could definitely have an interesting match with a mop.
Ric Flair can have an interesting match with a ring jacket. That's what he can have a match with.
Well, here's what I think. And I just thought about this. If they really want to push the Wyatt family and really give them a chance to shine, put them on the pay-per-view. Put them on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Well,
That's too
no,
soon.
it's too soon. It's really too soon. Even though they're making their debut on the upcoming Monday Night Raw, with Money in the Bank being this weekend, this Sunday, it's way too soon to build anything.
Yeah, their first pay-per-view would be SummerSlam.
We've all seen the vignettes, the little mini videos.
Exactly.
For those of you that don't know what a vignette is, what
It's
is
not a salad dressing.
What is their purpose of coming in? Because other people say, right, we're going to come in and we're going to change wrestling for what you know it now. It'll be changed in the next couple of months. Or we're going to come in and we're going to kill Stone Cold Steve Austin. What is their goal? What are they coming in to do apart from they coming in to wrestle at the WWE? Who are they bitching about? Who are they picking a fight with?
And I think, well, you know what? We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet until we officially
it's Shield. What I'm saying is it's Shield all over again.
Well, you know what?
Shield came in and just picked on everybody. Are these guys going to follow on where Shield left off because they can't do the job anymore?
There were no Shield vignettes. There were none. We'd never even heard of the Shield until the night after Survivor Series when they attacked Ryback in the triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
You're right, but what he's saying is, even though there's vignettes, is that their purpose to attack everyone, or are they here to go after?
What exactly are they coming in for?
Well,
because they're giving the impression, and you're giving listeners the impression now that they're going to come in and they're going to be the next big thing, hopefully, and they're going to do this, that, and the other. I can't see them coming in and doing anything apart from what we've already seen over the last 3 months. And we've all said we're sick of the Shield running in, wasting our time watching wrestling because we don't get to see the end of matches that we want to see. Are they going to come in and do that? And then as for saying that Husky Harris is absolutely fantastic on the mic, I'm sorry. I'm
not
sorry
Husky Harris.
On about.
Not Husky Harris. Bray
whichever
Wyatt.
Whichever one it is that you said is very good on the mic, do we really need anybody else to take up airtime waffling on the fucking microphone? I do enough on YouTube on your channel, Billy, so I'm sure people don't want to listen to them. Seriously, do we really need somebody else that's going to take up another 10 or 15 minutes of airtime talking crap? We tune in to watch a wrestling show. It's getting to be a joke.
You know what? Let me stop you right there. You just even said what you said. We tune in to see a wrestling show.
That's a show.
That is the key word there. That's the key word, though.
Entertainment. But I'm sorry, I don't tune in to see a 3-hour show. The reason why it's gone to 3 hours now, in my honest opinion, they still only put in the same content content on as they did when it's a 2-hour show. It just gives them a good excuse to have an hour's wasted by waffling bullshit like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
The difference is I do it for free, they do it for money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
it for free at
Well,
my
people don't
expense.
have to listen to me; they can turn me off. But when you're an avid wrestling fan, unfortunately, you have to sit through the bullshit of an hour. Raw, just lately, when Raw comes on, you know between the moment the music starts to the first advert break, you're going to get someone come on and do what I'm doing now, talking shit. It's true. Have you seen a match over the last couple of months that starts the moment Raw comes on and there's a match? It doesn't happen. They let Cena's music, he'll come, yeah, I am the new leader. I am the champion. He'll be talking for an hour while somebody comes in and tries to kick shit out of him. Then we go to the ad break and then the match starts. It's getting like that all the time and it's piss boring. There's more talking. I'm going to sit this weekend, well, tomorrow, with a stopwatch, and I'm going to actually press the stopwatch when there's actually wrestling on the screen, and we'll see out of a 3-hour show how much there actually is. And I'll be very surprised if there's any more than an hour in a 3-hour show. That's piss poor.
And you know what, Andy? We're going to take you up on that, and Andy will be on the Raw review, the next Raw review, to actually give us that time. Final thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family on the upcoming edition of Monday Night Raw, starting with the Shining Star, Rick Star. Rick, your final thoughts.
Like I said, it's going to be very early to tell what's going to happen with these guys. I know one thing, when they do show up, between them and the Shield, you got two heel factions. So they're either going to be over on SmackDown and be that dominating team, while the Shield kind of hangs out on Raw and they don't interact for a while, or we're going to see the Shield turn face and we're going to see a nice little war going on. Time will tell.
Do I dare ask Andy for his final thoughts? I don't think I have enough room on my hard drive.
I'll make it short and sweet. The two things will happen. They will walk out on stage. Daniel Bryan will either shave his beard off or join them because they all look like country bumpkins.
God, let's go to James next. James, your final thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family.
Just listening to all this, for me, all I got to say about this one is that I'm gonna agree with Rick. It's too early to say. They could be good, they can suck. It's too early to tell, and I will give it 6 months. And in 6 months, we will see if it's been successful or all that hype goes down the drain. Because I agree, he is good on NXT, but when it comes to the big stage, that big star in NXT can suck. You know, I mean, and also going to like what with Brodus Clay, he was supposed to be this big monster. You know, this big monster that came from the help with team up with Alberto Del Rio. Look at him now; he's a dancing fool. It's right now. It's just too early to tell. I give my opinions when the time is right, because you know I haven't watched NXT like y'all. You know, I heard good things. I heard good things like on Twitter, on Facebook, and everything about the Wyatt family. But I have to watch it on TV. And in 6 months, if they're still there, it's successful. If it's not, oh well.
Well, we've been seeing WWE build them up over the last several weeks, the Wyatt family. Will, your final thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family on the next edition of Monday Night Raw?
Is it okay to come out yet?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Andy put away the whip and the butter.
You fetish bastard.
The whip and the butter. Billy, what are you thinking of, and what are you smoking?
All right, now that me and James barely get to talk, well, everybody pretty much has an agreement here, but I do know something about one of the members of the Wyatt family. And Andy was saying he doesn't know. Well, let me spill a short but sweet knowledge for you on one of the members. Luke Harper, the 6'5", 265-pound guy, the black hair guy, he's worked for 5 different wrestling promotions. And I did remember seeing him in Ring of Honor in 2008. He was with a stable with Jimmy Jacobs. So, yeah, I mean, this guy has wrestled throughout every other promotion. I mean, his name may not be, well, like mainstream like the others we have known growing up. But here's something you don't know. He was trained by Tony Mamaluke, for those who don't know.
From the FBI and ECW?
Yes, he was trained by Tony Mamaluke.
Hmm.
So, and the character that he had before coming into the WWE, Brody Lee, in which he has used throughout mostly his career, was come up from his old character, Brody Bruce, and his favorite actor, Jason Scott Lee from the Bruce Lee story movie, put that together, and that was Brody Lee. Now, I don't know nothing about Eric Rowan. I don't know jack shit on this guy, but he's a big guy. That's the only thing I can say. Now, to answer your question in full, I'm going to agree with everybody here. We're just going to have to wait till tomorrow and see for ourselves. Because this is a make it or break it situation for this Wyatt family. And like Chris tried to mention about second or third gimmicks, you forgot one, Chris. You forgot one. Curtis Axel, Michael McGillicuddy.
That's what we made mention of. We did make mention of Curtis Axel. We definitely did.
Well, and there was more. There was more others to it too. You can say.
Well, yeah, you can. But anywho, let's go to Lance Moss. Lance, your final thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family?
Honestly, like everybody's been saying, too soon to tell, but if they don't ramp up the if they don't go like with an extremely creepy cultish gimmick, like if they just half-ass it, they're doomed from the start. And that's basically all I gotta say.
And finally, the lovesick puppy known as Chris. Chris, your final thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family?
They better knock it out of the ballpark, or else they're gonna go down like Brodus Clay and Funkadactyls. Instead of calling the mama, they're gonna be calling the daddy.
Well, at least they better make sure they're not a Marine. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, what we want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on the pending debut of the Wyatt family. How important is it that the Wyatt family have a good first impression on the WWE universe, on guys like us in the who are big time critics and follow the wrestling industry for years and years? You know, how important and how big would it be to have a good beginning for the Wyatt family? That's what we want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers. So be sure you put your answers in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Rick, where can fans check you out on HWR?
Well, they can always find me on my Facebook page at facebook.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio. And if you ever want to listen to any of our shows, you can go to Spreaker.com/HWR Media or YouTube.com/HWR Show.
So whenever Andy is not whipping the butter out of James's homeless person over on the block, he's also a paranormal investigator with Stoke Haunted. Andy, tell people where they can check you out for Stoke Haunted.
www.stokehaunted.com. And just a quick one before we finish, because people will put it the comments section at the bottom. If you don't like them so much, or you've got such a bad attitude about them, why the hell have you just done a 35-40 minute rant? I totally agree. Why are we wasting YouTube's time and our time talking about a bunch of losers? We are being our own worst enemy by even giving them our time. That's my final thoughts. Why are we wasting our time on a group that are going to go nowhere? Because that's exactly what the WWE want. They want people to talk about them and give them the hype they don't deserve.
Well, you know what? Tonight we say don't deserve, but tomorrow night, after Monday Night Raw, we could be singing a different tune. You never know. You never know. Lance, what can fans expect to see when they visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Wrestling reviews, album reviews, NASCAR reviews, and whatever else pops in my head.
Wyatt reviews.
Speaking of why, when Chris isn't feigning over a romance that'll never happen because he's not a Marine, he's a master of Rockin' Waves 11294. Chris, tell fans where they can see you on Rockin' Waves 11294.
You can catch me on rockinwaves.com in the middle of the summer of rockin', where we also have a new feature, the All Request Show. You can scroll on our request line and type in a request. I'll get a notification saying there's a request made, and I'll play your request. But no, it has to be kept PG. No, I will not diddle myself on cam.
But you'll make mention of it on my commentary. Thank you very much there. And we also have two Insta-Give game show gurus in the form of James from the Big Easy and the Bay Area MVP, known as Will. Guys, what you got coming up?
Let me say this in front of me, Pete. Let me say really fast. This Saturday, sometime this Saturday, we will do the Money in the Bank predictions and prop bet show. What you know about prop bets is basically what you think will happen, what surprises will happen. Will you see the Wyatt family destroy the Shield somehow? Will you see Big Show break somebody through a ring? I don't know. It's up to you. And it's gonna be on the Vaughn Live website, vaughnlive.com/Bay Area MVP. Because most likely it's gonna be an MVP page.
And fans, also don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZepXTV Network. We also like to invite everyone to follow WGS-TV on Facebook at facebook.com/WGS-TV. Be sure you throw out a like for us on there as well. And with that being said, fans, for the luminous one, the shining star, Rick Starr, the SOB paranormal investigator known as Andy, our two Insta-Give game show gurus, James and the Big Easy, and the Bay Area MVP known as Will, the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, and the lovesick pain in the dick known as Chris from Rockin' Waves 11294. I'm the Wrestle Gamer, Double Bang Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching. I'd also like to remind everyone that tonight's commentaries have been sponsored by the brand new product out of Stoke Haunted, the Stoke Haunted Hate Mail Messages. Whenever you need to send your hate to anyone, just send it straight to Andy at Stoke Haunted.
You got
And
mail.
all your Candy Crush Saga points.
Yeah, don't forget to clean out your cookies and get free lives.
Oh, I nearly dropped my computer.
Wow, that went well.
Stoke Haunted. Stoke Haunted. Stoke Haunted. Stoke Haunted. Spiritual meaning. Stoke Haunted. Stoke Haunted. I'm Haley Ringrose. Stoke Haunted.
My name's Andrew Weatherall.
Spiritual meaning. Stoke Haunted.